Hello everybody and welcome back to Transport Fever. Okay, so we got the main line done on the last episode, on the first episode, the first and the last episode. We got the trains going, we got all these towns hooked up. Next job is to get the industry lines in, see where we're going with that, how we're going to figure that out. That's going to be an even bigger job than the passenger line. The passenger line was fairly straightforward. I just wanted a simple route. There was something I didn't mention. I meant to mention at the end of the last episode that I did have to go and put a load of signals in along here because we were getting quite bad queuing because the trains are coming in from both directions. So this is the busiest part of the track because they're using the same track. So I just put a load of signals in just so they could release them and they're not queuing at that point. But there are no signals in between the towns. That way the trains are not going to bunch up. So especially when they get to this bit, I think this is the longest section here. So that'll force them to space out then. There's only 12 trains on anyway, and there's 24 stops, so they should be at every other stop really, going in both directions. Shouldn't be bunching up. I'm not sure why they did. I think it was just a lack of signals, that was all. Right. I don't know where we're going to start with the industry. I'm possibly going to start at the back end. So start working from the raw goods. So we've got the mines up here, we've got a quarry here. No, we've got the oil well there. That's the oil refineries here, the chemical plants there, the plastic factory, the quarries here, and the farm and the food production. So I'm probably going to get this back side connected in and then get the towns connected up. I did mention it in the last episode. What I'm thinking of doing is just running, if we have a look at where the industries are, they are pretty much something next to every town. I think there is something, yeah, there's something next to every town. So if we have trains going back and forward in between each town as well as running out to pick stuff up, we should be able to move goods back and forward along the line. We're going to have to run one down from here to drop off at these two. Or possibly have some kind of goods depot in here or something. I'm not sure yet. I know how I'm going to hook these bits up, and these bit obviously, but the in-betweeny bits I haven't really thought a great deal about. I've kind of got my head around what I'm doing, but I need to make sure everything can move and not have to go through too many stops to get to where it needs to go. He says. I'll try to think while I'm looking at it. Yeah. So hopefully, yeah, I should be able to get it working anyway. Yeah, so that's going to be the job for today, is getting the goods hooked up. And once the goods are hooked up, I can start going decorating. I'm not going to run. I'm obviously going to have to run the game on when I'm setting the goods trains out. I don't think they'll be coming out of here. They'll probably be coming out of another depot, sending them out and around. I'll try and keep them off the main line, because otherwise it'll just cause havoc, because I'll have to send out quite a good number of trains. I've only got 12 on there at the moment. I'm probably going to put another, I don't know, 30 or 40 trains on there maybe. Maybe not even that much. I'll see how it all works out. And then once I've got all that done, I'm going to go and decorate the towns one by one. So just decorate up around the stations, get the second sides connected up, make sure everything's got access to both sides so it can expand properly, get a little road going over here so we get houses up on the top. I'm not sure if I'm opening that side up, possibly, probably. Yeah, I probably will open that side up, get a few houses down here so the train goes through the middle of the city, the town. This needs connecting up over this side. And then I'm going to have to stick some buses and things in. That's only got one connection there at the moment, so we'll probably, yeah, we're going to do a little underpass there. And then get a few churches and parks and things in. I'm going to avoid doing any... Oh, sorry. Hey, what's the matter? I'm going to... I think it's a cat outside. I'm going to avoid doing any really big decorating builds on this one. I'm just going to do it a little bit at a time, and then grow it a little bit at a time. I do want it to grow on quite a bit. I want to maybe get up to like the 1940s, 1950s if I can. He says, touch wood, without killing it. There's always a very real possibility that I'm going to do something that it's not going to like. So that's the reason I want to get back to building with a game on play. Even though it's on the 4x mod, it will grow slowly, but I can decorate as it's growing. That's not a problem. It's just getting the lines and stuff in afterwards, because you just end up bulldozing everything to get goods lines in. And I will connect the streets up properly this time as well. Got all the town connections connected up. Right, that's enough waffling. Go and get something done. Right, I'm going to jump into a speed build. I'll see you in a bit.
Why don't you of the night. Yeah, alright, do it again. You should have seen it come. You acted numb, don't deny. You are like a moth to the flame. To the flame.
dreamer as a child. Every night I watch the stars, hoping for a sign. My father said, come down to earth, my son. But in my heart I knew there's something more out there. So follow me, just follow me. Yeah, follow me to another world. So follow me, just follow me. Yeah, follow me to another world. To another world. To another world. Don't you wanna lose that ball and chain? Climb over the walls and see what lays behind. You just gotta reach out and grab my hand. Together we can make it to a paradise. Follow me, just follow me. Let the flame fill the night. When we touch, then we ignite. Let the flame fill the night. You and me light up the sky. 'Cause we are fire and we're burning. Won't put it out, even though we're hurting. Let the flame fill the night. When we touch, then we ignite. touch, then we ignite. Let the flame fill the night, you and me light up the sky. 'Cause we are fire and we're burning, won't put it out, even though we're hurting. Let the flame fill the night, when we touch then we ignite.
Should know better, 'cause you always do this to me. But you start to play, later disbelief, but I don't beg. And I promise myself it will never happen again. But oh, here I stand, heartbroken and weary. Really got me, really got me, really got me. Really got me, really got me, really got me, really on the wall. What a fool I've been, what a fool I've been. See much clearer than I do now. What a fool I've been, what a fool. And I promise myself it will never happen again. But oh, here I stand, heartbroken and weary. Really got me, really got me, really got me. Really got me, really got me, really got me. Really got me, really got me, really got me. Really
Right, well, this is going to be a long episode. Yes, everything's in and everything is working now. I have had to fix a few things. I've made a few mistakes. One of the things that I didn't do was connect up this line. It's connected at the other end, up here at Merville. Where are we? It's joined up here. Do you know what? Yeah, there is a double slip switch there, so they can get on. But it wasn't connected down this end, and the trains, instead of going along this track, they were coming out all the way around here and going that way, so there was hardly anything on them. I noticed when we was on the passenger line and we didn't pass any trains, we should at least pass one train on that section. Coming all the way coming from here, you should at least be able to see one at some point there. There's 4 trains on there, so yeah, I fixed it. I did have a bit of an issue when I fixed it, because there was a signal there and there was a train got blocked one another, and there was one behind it, there was one here, there was another one there. It's delete some track and take some signals out to get it to work. Right, now that the goods are hooked up, I have started doing some town planning, especially over here in Marwick, because this has already started expanding. I wanted to get it to grow all around the river. We've got bridges galore around here. Should have called this Bridgetown. Excuse me. Yeah, crazy bridges. Yeah. I've lost my track of thought now because I just suddenly realised how many bridges I've put in that town. It's ridiculous. I do need to get some buses going around. That's what I was going to say. I want to start getting some transport around the town, because the passenger lines only have a certain amount of reach, he says, and clicks on one that covers the whole town. Apart from them 2 houses there, which will join up when the road joins up anyway. What's Hamilton like? Yeah. So that started expanding out. Oh no, that's the goods. That's the passengers. Yeah, it's down here that need a bus. We'll have a bus going around town, and I need to go and join all the towns back up again, because I've deleted all the town connections just so I could get all the train lines in. Now that the tracks are in, I can plan out the rest of the towns and start putting some decorations in. Not going to go crazy with the decorating. I'm not going to do anything massive, as I tend to do. Spend hours and hours and hours just building one bloody castle that breaks the game. Me funky junction. It works. It works. It's fine. That's another thing. I need to put a crossover over here so that if we need to send anything back to the depot from that main line, it can go up there. Unless I can join up this side maybe. Yeah, or it can get out without having to go that way. So I'm going to decorate this area up. I'm going to put some sidings in here, but I'm not going to make it really heavy. I'm going to have a few just little sidings with a few trains on here and there, just to decorate it up, make it look like a sort of yard with some big buildings in there and stuff. Make it industrial, make a nice industrial scene out of it. Get all the ballast in and get some fences around it and stuff. But like I say, I'm not going to go too heavy with the detail, because I want to try and grow these towns a bit. I mean, we've only gone on 6 years, and you can see how much they've grown already, so I don't know how far I'm going to be able to get the game to grow. It would be nice if I could get them to grow pretty big. Oh, did I mention I need to connect this side of town up? I know I mentioned it the first time I recorded the ending a minute ago, and then looked at my screen recorder and realised I still had it on mute. So I just recorded a 5-minute ending piece, and yes, there was no volume on it at all. It was just me moving around the map, pointing at things. So yes, I'm recording it again, so I can't remember what I told you already. This wasn't working. There was no oil coming down. I didn't notice it at first because we were getting plastic so I just presumed it was working. And it was only when I was looking at what goods were hanging around the place, and I noticed that this was blank, and I clicked on the trains and they weren't carrying anything, and then I realised I forgot to put that road in there. So the refinery wasn't connected. Well, it is now, and this has just started working. I've had to run them on a little bit just to get it going. What I hadn't thought about is that grain was coming back up this way. So grain's making its way to the plastics, to the chemical factory. So the plastics were coming from there, and this is a bit of a problem. As you can see, it's nearly all grain, and the station's getting rammed, and anything that's sat there has been sat there for quite a while. I don't know how to fix that unless I put a few dedicated carriages on, but yeah, it's not. I don't know if it's necessary. I don't know if anything does need to come down here. There's bricks waiting, but pretty sure they could go out that way and come back. Are you getting any bricks? They're getting bricks, so they are making it. The only thing that's not getting anywhere is fuel. Goods, just because there's not a lot of them, because they need steel, plastic and planks. Some of it's going to the machine factory. They're not getting a lot. I've got the Z Industry booster on as well, so we have got quite an excess of stuff. But it's just a case of running on and getting it all connected up now, and then I can start decorating. So next episode we're going to get all the towns joined up, get all the roads in, figure out where things are going. We're just starting to see cars now, just as somebody beeps a horn outside and my dog goes mad. Yeah, there's a few cars on the road here and there, not many, one or two. So I want to get the town connections joined up, because whilst this is good for traffic on the passenger train, the passenger train is getting pretty full, and I've got an upgrade to the passenger train anyway, so I'll do that at the start of the next episode. Yeah, this has been long enough. I'm going to call it end of an episode, so I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you're still watching. Give us a like down there if you've enjoyed this one, and I'll see you really soon for another one. Thanks for watching. Bye.